Hello, and welcome back to another FPL video. Today, you're going to see my team selection for the upcoming Gameweek 24. One secret that I'm going to give away, I've activated my triple captain, so you're going to see my thoughts about it, and you're going to see how my team is looking. Before we jump there, we're going to see how my team in Gameweek 23 did, and what are my transfer plans for the upcoming Gameweek 24. Then my Gameweek 24 team selection will be presented, and hopefully it will do better than the last couple of weeks. If you want to support my channel and help me grow, you can contribute by subscribing and liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Generally, because I'm so close to reaching my 2.5k goal that I've set in the beginning of the year. I believe that was a pretty low goal that I set, but let's see if I can increase those community members and we can reach that 2.5k. After that, I don't know what will be the goal. But before we set the goal further, I want to reach this. Now, let's go and see how my team did in Gameweek 23. So this is the team from Gameweek 23. I went from 32k to 35k. Basically another gray arrow, but it's considered a red one. Honestly, sad thing about the team is that Liverpool conceded in the last minute of the game a goal, and that would have been 8 points more, and those 8 points would have meant a green arrow for me. But regardless, let's go through the team. So Alisson Becker, 2-pointer. He made 2 saves. There was a stupid goal corner conceded by Konate, and then there was a goal by Greaves, who was man-marked by Elliott, probably the shortest person on the field. And yeah, Liverpool conceded a goal. Becker with 2 points. Sadly, yeah, I think it's not the end of the world, but it would have been way better with starting with a 6-pointer. His reign in my goal. Then Trent, 5-pointer and assist. He was so close to scoring twice. One long effort that barely went over the bar, and once he hit the side post of the goal, he would have held so big if he managed to score those goals. But at the end of the day, he didn't. It's sad, but at least 5 points is a good return. Hopefully now, going into the next couple of weeks, he can do better. Then we have Howe, who faced Southampton at home. No, Southampton away, sorry. And he conceded a goal early on, and the clean sheet was wiped. And then they scored a lot of goals, and Howe did nothing. 2 points, not the end of the world, but that was one of the games where I expected a lot more from Howe. Gabriel, 7-pointer. Arsenal returned to their best in defense with a clean sheet. Provided against Wolves. They went down to 10 men and still they kept a clean sheet. I think Arsenal, if their lineup returns from the best shape possible, I think that they will have a solid chance of keeping more and more clean sheets in the foreseeable future. Still, Gabriel, I think, did a pretty amazing job in my team, and I am happy with it. Palmer, 2-pointer from him. Honestly, I couldn't be more disappointed with the way Maresca treated Palmer in that game. Played him, isolated him from the game. Honestly, he was so isolated, and that 2-pointer seems like a big hole because I was expecting Palmer to get 0 points with that performance. But yeah, at the end of the day, 2-pointer, it's not good. It's not well, but he will bounce back, and he has now an okay fixture run where I think he will keep returning good points. Then we have Salah with a 16-pointer, 8 points. So he was out of the bonus. Liverpool conceded, and he went in the bonus, but he went only into 1 bonus. So basically that goal that Liverpool conceded only hurt my rank because Salah would have been on 8 points regardless. Not the most amazing of score, but honestly second highest scorer in my team, and at least he was my captain, so I got a little bit lucky there. And Mbumo with the 7-pointer scored a goal, was in the bonus, and then he fell out of the bonus. Then he got a bonus point system, points reduced for something that he didn't do. Sad thing about that, he was one of the last games in the day, and Opta reviewed those things on the next day. So if he played on Saturday, he would have been with 9 points, and now he's on 7. But with the jam that he got with the assist, I couldn't say that this is something that I'm worried about, because if he was with a missed penalty at the end of the game, it would have been awful. 7 points nonetheless. I think that's a pretty okay thing to consider into the team and to add to the points tally. but it would have been more, it could have been less. Now there is a good fixture run, we'll talk about it in a second. Gordon with a 5-pointer assist, finally he made it for the third goal, and I was pretty delighted with the score. He has been delivering consistently some chunk of points, nothing too amazing so far, but hopefully against some of the bigger sides on the counter, Gordon can deliver a massive score. Now we have to see if he reaches the final against Arsenal, but that is going to be discussed in next week videos for Gameweek 25, as we don't know what's going to happen there. Joao Pedro, another disappointing week by him. Honestly, I don't know why he's in my team, and honestly, I don't know how, but he's going to survive for a very long time. For now, I don't see why I will be selling him. 1-pointer from him, a stupid yellow card. At the end of the day, he's a cheap enabler that gets things done. There is a slight chance for me going for someone this week instead of him, but it's a very slight chance. Isaac, 13 points, the best captaincy option for that week, turned out to be again against Southampton. Who could have thought about that? Yeah, it would have been 5 points better, so a green arrow for me if I went with the right captain, but I was never going to risk it going without Salah against an Ipswich side at home. So yeah, I would say that I got the maximum from Isaac, those 13 points. Finally, Chris Wood, 2-pointer. Yeah, we take those and we move forward. I was not delighted how they played against Bournemouth, and they got trashed. Honestly, they got trashed. On the bench, speaking about Bournemouth, a new player that I brought in, Huijsen. Sadly, I didn't start him. If I went over Pedro, over Ho, over Gordon, over Wood, over Palmer, over Trent, it would have been better to Huijsen, but at the end of the day, I cannot predict the future, and I really thought that Forest are going to do better. At the end of the day, they didn't. So Huijsen with 6 points. O'Shea 0 points, 4 goals conceded. It is what it is. And Winks with a 1-pointer for Leicester. 62 points, not great, not terrible. We take those. The rank is 35k, still in a pretty good position now with chips to start attacking. Let's go and see my transfer plans for the upcoming Gameweek 24. It's not locked in yet, it's not confirmed, it's not nothing. I want to hear some opinion about it, but yeah, I think I'm pretty much going into that direction. There will be a slight worry about it, but I will discuss it in the next slide. Here is the move that I'm planning to do. I know that it sounds strange and it sounds a little bit worrying selling Wood, but Nottingham Forest has an awful fixture run going forward, and I want to capitalize on those Brentford fixtures. I know Brentford have been scoring most of their goals at home, and they have 2 away fixtures in the next 2 basically, but if I don't go for Wissa now, I don't think I will go for him in the foreseeable future. Maybe that's a mistake to go for him. Only time will tell. Maybe I'll have to put a double week player like Ndai from Everton instead of Pedro. That might be a strategy. But at the end of the day, do I care that much about that double? And am I going to sacrifice my Liverpool clean sheet for an Everton attacker? Most probably not. I know that this is not something that most of the content creators will say to avoid a double week player, but honestly, if I do it, I will have to rely on Ndai every week, and I don't want to do that. On the other hand, I will have Spurs to face Brentford, and Spurs is a home fixture for Wissa. He's 6.3, he's freeing up way more funds, so that gives me flexibility to go forward. Then we have West Ham away. West Ham have been still conceding goals, even though under the new manager of Potter, still have been on the receiving end, and Leicester has conceded goals for fun. Also, am I going too deep into Brentford with a double up? That is the only worry for me. Should I hold Wood for 1 more week? You'll see what I think about and decide later on what should I do with the second, with the striker position, because this game against Brighton, then there is a game against Fulham. I don't think it's the end of the world for Chris Wood, and I think I can rely on him on that. The only thing is that I'm missing a Brentford run of fixtures, but I have Mbumu. Am I going to rotate there? I honestly don't know. I'm a little bit hesitant. Write down in the comment sections what do you think about that move. Should I do it, or should I rely on Wood, who has been delivering regular points, has scored against Brighton and Fulham in the past, so I think that he will be an okay option. Then when the time arises, I will have saved transfers for my players and I will be there. Like, I'm not going for a Gakpo because I don't own him. I don't have a Liverpool squad, and Dai is out of reach, and the rest of the forwards, Mateta is okay, but I'm not going for Mateta currently. Jackson, if he turns out better, might be a move. Arsenal, if they buy a striker, I might want him because it's 30th of January at the time of recording, and the 31st of January will be the end of the transfer window, so probably I'm going to be not activating the transfer. I'm a little very hesitant should I go for this move, and it's more scaling down to a no. I know that Wood is not the most prolific striker in the league, blah 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 blah, and Forest may go on a bad run, but I don't think that this will turn out that so badly. Of course, in 2 weeks time, if something is not right and it's not there, I will just sell him and I will be happy with it. But for now, am I going away with Chris Wood, who is on penalties, by the way, while Wissa is not, which is a big thing to consider in those fixtures. And sometimes staying put may work better than just using transfers left, right, and center to monitor. And transfers now are very needed. I may go for a Bournemouth player next week as they start to face Southampton, so maybe I will save it there. It has a lot of potential, and I want to see how I'm going to approach it, because if Evanilson returns, I may go for Evanilson instead of Wood, because that Southampton fixture, I may go a little bit on a different route. Honestly, I am in currently in a state of hold, so I may just hold the transfer and just not do it. Sorry if I said too many things about selling Wood and bringing Wissa, but as hard as I think about it, it's not looking like something that I want to do. Yes, Wissa is amazing, don't get me wrong, but Chris Wood is not bad himself. So for now, I'll be staying put, and yeah, let's go and see how the team looks with me staying put, and what can we do with the safe transfers, and what can we approach will be decided later on when I investigate Gameweek 25, Gameweek 26. We need to see who is reaching the final for Carabao, because that's pretty important. If Liverpool does not reach it, I may not even use the free hit, and I should start selling those Newcastle players if they reach it, by the way. So yeah, let's go and see how the teams will be looking and what should we expect. But yeah, probably I'm saving Wissa and not getting him. So let's go and see how the team looks. Starting in goal, it's going to be Alisson. Let's not fool ourselves. I'm not making a transfer there. I'm not going to make a move. I'm not going to do anything. He has a double against Bournemouth and Everton. Both games are away from home. I just brought in Alisson, and he's going to remain in the foreseeable future. I don't see me selling him. Even if he has a blank in 29, I'll be free hitting. If he doesn't have it, then I'll keep him. So yeah, honestly, I don't see myself doing anything of sorts and anything that may hurt me on Alisson's side. So yeah, Alisson remains into the side. Cahill, of course, is not going to play, so his price, his fixtures doesn't matter at all. This guy has been the most touching in my team, and that is not going to change. Moving into defense, we are starting with Trent. Let's discuss him. He also has that double Everton and Bournemouth. Bournemouth have been an amazing side as of recent. They got the same points as Liverpool in the last 10 or 12 game weeks, something like that. Probably 12 game weeks, and they have been pretty good defensively. Offensively also, but Liverpool got a rest to a lot of the players. Alisson, Trent, Salah, Diaz, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Virgil, Konate. I'm probably missing someone, but those are Trent. I said Trent. So 9 players from the main squad got a full rest ahead of the game against Bournemouth. So I think that they will be firing. It's basically the same as Bournemouth's rest. They got it pretty nailed on, and I think that they will be fit, they will be fresh, and they will be going for the kill, and I think that they will be trying to keep those clean sheets. So that's why I went there. Of course, Bournemouth can score a lot of goals against anyone. They have proven it already. They've defeated Arsenal for sure. I think they defeated City. I think for sure they defeated Newcastle. They defeated Forest. So they're giant slayers, and I think that this can cause Liverpool a lot of issues. But Liverpool will go with a strong defensive formation, not formation but shape, and I think they will be able to to withstand the push from Bournemouth. At least that's what I hope for. Lewis Howe against Fulham, 5.1 million. The price of Howe, that's a massive price. And against Fulham, I think that he can be, first of all, very attacking because he's on the left, and on the left side of the attack, the right side of the defense for Fulham is not looking that good. And Howe, and especially a player in the front line, can terrorize that space. I think it's a good player to own in this week. Hopefully a clean sheet will be coming Newcastle's way, because I've been waiting for that for a while. 2 weeks where I expected clean sheets, nothing happened. So yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but even attacking return will do the job here. Moving then swiftly into the last player here, it's going to be Gabriel against Manchester City. I'm not benching Gabriel in any shape or form. This guy can score a goal for fun in basically any game, just like he did last time around when they faced each other. He scored and he got the game with 7 points, even though they conceded 2 goals. So I think that's a pretty good score against the Manchester City team, who barely got away in the Champions League, and now we will be facing Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. But that's a completely different question, and at the end of the day, I think that Manchester City will be a tough opposition, but Gabriel and Arsenal in particular, with Saliba, Timber, Zinchenko, all rested in the UCL game. So I think they will be full firing up ahead. Huijsen faces Liverpool, and honestly, I'm planning to rotate probably O'Shea and Huijsen in the team. O'Shea is facing Southampton. I was deliberating should I put O'Shea, but instead of Ho, Gabriel, Trent, I don't think so. So yeah, that O'Shea against Southampton, I think it's a pretty good fixture to have him, but he will be remaining on the bench, and he will be the coverage for my team this week, which is more than happy to own. Huijsen, this is the last tough game for him for a while, and after that I will be starting to rely on him massively, and that means really massively. After that, Southampton. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous not owning a deep switch player in attack because they're facing Southampton, but jokes aside, I don't think I will be going soon for a player of the sorts. So yeah, that's the defense. Let's go and see how the midfield is looking. I think you get the idea there by itself, but let's see. So in midfield, it's Salah with a double again against Bournemouth and Everton. As you can see, there is a trend in my team. Not only Alexander-Arnold, but the trend in the team is that I'm not picking Everton players. I think Salah is a massive captaincy shout here, and I don't think anyone else gets ahead of him. The good thing about the rest of the team is that I have 3 home fixtures for my midfielders. Palmer against West Ham. I don't know how he will be able to play there, but he will get a rest in the week, and I think he will be fully firing. He will be facing against Emerson and Cresswell, so I don't think that they will be able to nullify his appeal. But still, 11.3, a very hefty price you are paying there for a player of the sorts of Palmer. I think that he will be in the big scores this week, and yeah, West Ham at home, good fixture. After that, Sembumo against Spurs. Do I have to say anything else apart from against Spurs? I don't think so. This team has been conceding goals from everyone. Mickey van den Ven, by the way, is back, but if they rush him, he might get injured, and yeah. And Mbumo 7.8 penalty taker. He missed a penalty, he retook it and then scored it. Whistle was celebrating like, okay, go, without him scoring it yet. So that's big boss energy at the end of the day. But Mbumo, pretty strong player here. Gordon against Fulham, 7.7 of a price as well, targeting the left side of the attack, facing against Castan. And I think that there will be the main source of problems for Fulham, the left side of the attack of West Ham. Howe and Gordon, I think, are going to be terrorizing them and are going to do wonders there. Wings against Everton in the first fixture. Bench player, that's it. Honestly, that's it about him. Finally, up front, I'm having Isaac against Fulham. Fulham are good against center forwards, but if those guys on the left can provide some balls for him, he's going to score 9.5. That's a ridiculous price, starting from 8.5 this season. Yeah, this guy, I don't know if someone is still without him. It's pretty scary stuff, but yeah, I still think he's a top priority to get in your team. Then we have Wood and Pedro facing against each other. So here I'm hoping for 2-2 a game. Yeah, I can see it. I can bench, of course, Pedro for Darrow shape, but that's against my nature, and I think that I'll keep suffering on those players. But honestly, patience might be key with them. They have an okay fixtures after that. Pedro has been scoring from those tough games, and Forest is going to be a tough game. Wood has been scoring basically in every fixture that he can get. So at the end of the day, if a game ends 2-2 and both of them score and one gets 3 the other 2 bonus points, I'll be happy. The big deal there is that I'm most probably not going to get any points, and 4 points will be something that I get from those 2. But 4 points, it's honest work, and if my other players deliver, it would be massive. The final thing discussing here is the captaincy. As mentioned already, the triple captainship has been activated. It's Salah in the double. I have been saving that triple captaincy for a while. Of course, assistant manager chip is very popular this week. If you don't have a triple captaincy, I would activate it for sure, because you can get some good fixtures from Moyes, and for SWAT, I think it's very, very feasible to do so. If Everton in any shape or form take the points away from Liverpool, or even a draw, you get massive returns. Of course, after that, you can switch it to another manager. At the end of the day, it's going to be a good thing, but as a triple captaincy owner, I'm going for the Q, and I'm going with the triple captaincy on Salah. The vice on Palmer, I may move it to Trent, because why the hell not? It's a player with a double week, but yeah, it's going to be the decision made on deadline stream. If you want to tune in, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like and turn the notifications on. There's going to be a deadline stream. It's going to be a little bit different, because I'll start way earlier and I'm going to end way earlier, as I have to travel. But I did not want to get away without discussing some of the chips. So if you are watching still, tune in early on the stream, and we will do the transfer dilemmas, the assistant manager dilemmas, and which chip is going to be the best for you to activate in your situation. Finally, of course, a special shout out to the members of the channel. Once again, Seth Foreign with 30 gifted, Zach, Oscar Papa, Scouser with 45 gifted already, and Hem, thanks so much. Basically, Scouser has gifted 45 subscriptions, memberships. That's massive. Thank you so much, Scouser. It means the world to me, I promise you. If you want to become a member, of course, there is a quick link to follow it. I don't know if that's working or not for you guys to click it, or you don't want to get the perks of it. It's completely your decision. If you want to support me without spending money, of course, hitting that subscribe button is the best thing you can do. Reaching that 2.5k is a goal that I've set for myself for this year. It's still January. It's mad how I gained 400 subscribers in a month. That number is something of a joke for me. I didn't manage to earn 400 subscribers in 3 months last year. What about a month? So I may have to increase the goal soon, but let's first reach it, and then probably we'll go something of a higher number, and we'll see where this will lead us. But yeah, at the end of the day, this was my team selection. Thank you for tuning in with me. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. Here is the league code. Of course, you can join the mini league, and I hope to see you soon with more FPL and UCO fantasy content. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.